Joshua Sheffield, 3322.
Hello.
Hey, you forgot the circle.
Oh,
I know
well,
you're in.
I work in that hallway.
Okay, I just
So
didn't,
I
I wanted to.
always go back in there.
I just wanted to have a quick word with you, do you mind?
Sure.
And I'm trying not to take too much of your time. I just wanted to point out, and I wanted you to know that I don't come here and intend to give you a hard time,
Mhm.
you know. I think if anybody would look at this situation objectively, you can make the argument that I've been not, and I'm not directing this at you. I want to be clear about
Okay.
that this is not, I'm not talking about you.
Mhm.
And thank you, by the way, for what you know, for being there with us. But I could make the argument that I've been treated somewhat unfairly.
No, and I know that you feel that way, and I apologize that you feel that way. But I'm just gonna tell you that when things come up that, like the pizza, we have discussed the pizza allergy in the past.
And I apologize, and I didn't give him any pizza.
Well, you tried to though.
And
And it was up to me to intervene, and it should have been up to you to say, my child has an allergy, let me make sure I do what's best for my child.
well, I understand
And
that.
not knowing what a physician has made,
I understand what you're saying, and
then why didn't you do that? I'm gonna ask you.
so, and
Why did you
I'll
want
tell
to
you.
bring pizza anyway and tell him,
Okay.
sorry, she won't let you have it? Because that's just trying to make me look bad.
And that was not my intention. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. It is not my intention to come here and to, you know, cause you grief or to point out, you know, anything negative about you. I didn't think about the pizza, and then let me tell you why. Because the first few meetings we had here with DCF, the first two with you, we had pizza.
Now, the first one with me.
Last week I brought the pizza and we didn't eat it.
Last week was a meatball hoagie and only one child came.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, the first three meetings that we had, I brought pizza. I brought pizza every time.
DCF wasn't me.
I understand that, but ma'am.
But let me, no, I'm
Go ahead.
gonna reinforce that there was a doctor's appointment,
I
that
understand.
he was diagnosed with a milk protein allergy. I made that clear to you.
I understand what you're
That he
saying.
could not have milk protein, and that included cheese on pizza. And I said, please don't bring pizza again, maybe something like chicken fingers or chicken tenders.
I apologize that I didn't give that more credence. It didn't occur to me that that would be a big deal. Like I said, because I've brought pizza almost every time, and not only have we done the pizza, but Levi, when the boys are with me, which they were up until this incident with Jenny, they were with me every week. Mary knew that. There was no incidents involving me and any behavior that would be considered harmful or negligent or dangerous to the children. So you got to understand, Jenny and I have been split up since September of 2020.
See, and that's something that I don't think you understand, is that I don't have to understand that. My only job here, I'm not your caseworker, I'm not the supervisor. My only job is to oversee visitation.
And sure.
And make sure that everything goes exactly as it is supposed to.
And thank you.
And when it doesn't, it is a requirement that I step in and correct any situation. And that's what I have done.
Okay, well, and again, I'm trying to explain my side of it. Because you say you don't need to know about this other stuff, you're dealing with a family. You're dealing with,
Go ahead.
they're my kids, they're my children. They have been removed where I can't see them but once a week. And please, I don't say this to come at you in any way, but the first time I got here, you didn't introduce yourself to me. May I finish?
Yeah, you may.
You didn't introduce yourself to me. You were barking at me from across the parking lot.
Yes, sir.
And some could make the argument that you're not introducing yourself. The manner in which you corrected my behavior was curt. And I try my best, even though this has been extremely difficult. This involves my children, and I'm not getting to see them. The only time I get to see my children is in your presence.
That's true.
And you being so curt and maybe I'll just say
Again,
Kurt.
I apologize if
So-
you take it that way, however, you have to understand.
And I'm not-
You had been
can I
told
finish?
not yet, you had been told one time before not to approach the children in the parking lot unless you were being supervised, and you were told by Miss Antonia.
When we met up here one day, remember?
And,
It's been before we got that case.
yeah.
There's been
Okay,
And
well-
actually, you were,
And I wasn't doing that to break the rules or to be,
But
I
it
saw
is
my
against
kid,
the
I saw my
rules.
children,
and you whistled at them to get their
I
attention,
went-
to get them, no, you whistled.
I'm
And
sorry,
you wanted to get them to come back to you,
I just
and that
wanted
is
them to look at
against-
me.
It's against the rule.
Okay, I understand that, but
And that seems to be the problem that you and I have, when there's a rule, you don't wanna go with it, and I insist that we do.
it's not the rules that I have such an issue with. It's the
If-
manner in which they are enforced.
Then I
And
apologize.
Well, thank you.
I cannot
Thank you very much.
change who I am,
thank you.
and that's just
Well,
how it is.
And Kim, thank you. It's not my intention to be, to wish you ill in any way. And I just wanted to say this to you guys because I think that, and please don't take this like I know everything and I'm, but the way that things have gone around here, the way that I've been treated is, if you Google Families First Network and look at the reviews that people have left, I understand there's parents that are upset, but I think your organization would benefit if maybe a little more decorum was showed and a little more, not sympathy, but just respect for human beings, because nobody knows anything about what's happened between my kids and I. You're here to supervise, and I'm not upset with you, but it has definitely been a real struggle. It's been very difficult for me from someone who doesn't introduce themselves. And I've seen my kids, and
If we had not had the confrontation in the parking lot because you were doing something you were not supposed to do, you would have been
I didn't know-
greeted.
no one had told
I
me,
was there at the door
and
to
I'm-
greet you, which is something that you're not aware of. I was at the door to greet you as you came in. Hi,
Well,
my name
you
is
didn't.
Kim, welcome in, because you were doing something wrong in the parking lot, and I said, oh, no, we can't do that.
there's a lot of rules for this thing,
There certainly
and they're
are.
strictly enforced. And
They're
I've
very
done,
strictly
I have
enforced.
done.
And you've done fine.
Thank
We've
you.
had some real issues. We've had some.
You have to understand with Levi and this milk allergy, and I haven't got to
It's
finish.
new.
I haven't got to finish one time, and you let me.
I really appreciate everything you have to say, but I have other visits that I have to get to.
And this is what I'm talking about. The way in which you deal with I'm a person. Do you know that? And
I
you
am
treating me
treating
like
you
I'm the
with-
bad dog that got into the garbage.
No.
Yes.
I have treated you with respect. And I'm treating you with respect now, and I'm letting you know, our visit ended 20 minutes ago, and I have other things to get to.
Okay. Well, I wanted to tell you thank you, and I want to encourage you to maybe think about the way you talk to people. And I don't mean that to be, I'm not trying to chastise you or anything like that. But from my experience, you've hurt my feelings.
Well,
You really upset me, and I feel like it was unnecessary. I've done everything I can do, and if like I said, no one here has asked me a question. No one here has said, "How is your life with the boys? What has been going on with y'all in the past few months?
that is
What
not
did
my
you do?"
job,
I understand it's not
Mr.
your job.
Sheffield.
You're a human being, though.
I am.
We're
a
dealing with
human being.
people's children and their
As
lives.
You feel
and
I don't know you, you don't know me.
Well, you're not doing a good job if you don't consider
I'm sorry
these
that
things.
You feel that way.
I do, and I feel like if you guys put a little more effort, I don't know your actions right
The
here,
good news
but
for you is you don't have to deal with me anymore. So the fact that you're standing behind to argue with me.
It's not that I wanted to argue. I wanted to tell you my opinion. I wanted to tell you how this experience went for
And I
me.
accept
So
it.
maybe that in the future, you could have a client or whoever, whatever you call us.
So you don't know me or how I work with my clients.
Well, I do know you. I've
And
spent
you-
2 hours with you every week.
For how many weeks? 6 hours.
Well, I know
now.
you.
No.
I know you don't like bacon. I'm trying to be a human being to you.
And I
And
appreciate
you-
that. I have said thank you, and I have apologized to you if you felt otherwise.
I do.
However,
You haven't
I
let me
must get to other things now. And I appreciate
If you don't
that
hear what
took
I'm
the
saying,
time.
I understand that, but this place could
We'll
use
continue to
a
go. I've
little
been here for
decorum.
14 years.
Well, then you should know that what you're doing
Right.
is
What-
We're
borderline
done.
criminal.
Come on.
No, sir.
I hope you're happy.
No, sir. Not what I'm doing is not borderline criminal. But I appreciate you taking the time to share your feelings with me. I have shared mine with you as well, and I hope third party goes well for you. And I hope
Thank
you
you.
don't have to come back to me.
You know, I do too, and thank you for your time. I appreciate it. I just thought maybe you seem like a person that knows what the right thing to do is.
I do. And I think that you know the right thing to do. Giving your child pizza today was not the right thing to do, and telling them they can ride a bike without a helmet, no matter what the
I didn't
law
say they could ride a
states.
bike without a helmet.
Yes, you did.
I said I can have the opinion that people don't have to wear helmets when they ride bikes. And if you want to be a
your
stick in the mud about it,
children.
that's fine.
To your children.
My
who are
children.
required to wear a helmet. Now, we can argue for the rest of the
We
night,
could.
or we can accept the fact that we have differing views. I work here. I'm required to
With
go
this
by certain
corrupt organization.
standards. And you don't work here and
I
don't have to go by
am
those standards.
unfairly in this position, and not only am I been treated unfairly, and my rights as a father, my civil rights have been disregarded is a light way to put it. I've also been treated rudely and obstinately by not only you, but Mindy has been extremely rude. She canceled that so Brett told me the other
Would you like
day.
to speak to someone above me right now?
No, because I've already gone that route.
Okay.
So I don't think it's gonna be
She's
an
right down the
issue.
hall, and I could get her for you.
It's okay. I'm already well aware of that, and I'm well into that process.
Okay.
And, you know, I haven't mentioned your name at all. But I just wanted to tell you person to person,
Well, and I appreciate that. And
That
person to person, I
the way
appreciate that you're going through.
you've
a
dealt
hard
with me
time.
has been very hurtful,
It's been professional.
hardly. Thank you.
Professional.
Professional if you worked in a correctional facility, maybe. This is not a correctional facility. I haven't been convicted of a crime. My kids were taken away from me for reasons that are not correct. You know, Levi and I, ice cream, cereal with milk every day. Never has an issue, and you won't let him have pizza.
No, sir.
It's a little harsh. Well, lighten up.